my peeps. I'll take you along with me to clean on a regular, typical Saturday morning in this Latino / German white gringo house. So, consists of vacuuming first thing in the morning after, of course, I dose with my functional mood enhancing tea called Kratom that I don't endorse or support you taking because everybody's unique, and this is just me in my personal journey that I'm taking you guys on. You might even want to buy this Dyson because, you know, I'm doing this as well as the functional tea. So, as you can tell, I'm pretty irritable today. I'm just in one of those moods, which us women, we get in. You usually can't explain why, but you know what? Every fucking thing annoys me today. So when that happens, I usually busy myself so I don't engage too much verbally, because then that always doesn't end well. So let's clean.
Come put your shoes in the closet. You always leave your shoes out.
I like to work out while I clean, like doing squats and just that yoga type poses. It really gets me toned up. So it's multitasking. More multitasking. When mom's annoyed though, shit gets done. This house looks amazing. Certain things annoy me. For example, if you have hardwood floors and you have rugs in your home, do you guys have this relatable issue? I don't know, that's a pet peeve. A really big pet peeve. And we usually use tape to tape down our rugs, so clearly this needs retaping. I am gonna retape all those corners throughout the house that are no longer sticking to the floor, because that's fucking annoying. And sometimes a mom just needs to chill in the bathroom alone with some deep breathing and a quick meditation so her sanity returns before going back to work. And yes, I have plenty of cheat meals every single day that really just make things better. One of my favorite meals is raspberry walnut vinaigrette with some good salad. If I can get the fucking bag open. It is just so delicious, and it hits the spot, gives some little sweetness along with some health. You know, some people find me fascinating, or I wouldn't have any followers. So some of you like me and what I have to share. So considering I really have to be careful about the things I share with you that I incorporate in my life, like certain teas that promote euphoria and feeling good and getting through hard workouts that are natural and completely harmless, compared to like alcohol, cigarettes, even white sugar and white wheat that's been bleached, you know? And considering I have to be very selective on certain things I incorporate, I think just showing you visually the things that I incorporate in my life so you guys can watch and choose for yourself if this is something that you would implement for you. I'm not encouraging anything. I am not saying do this, buy this. I am literally sharing with you my life as a vlog. And many of you have been with me since the very beginning, like way back, almost a decade when I started. One of the first to talk about certain questionable things that YouTube people just didn't want to talk about. Some of you know me really well, which is cool because I never meet you in person, but yet you know me well. Taking you all in my journey, sharing with you things and how they affect me. You've seen me fluctuate throughout life. You've seen me as a hefty, overweight person because of diseases and all these issues that cause the weight gain, medication. You've seen me lose all the weight. You've seen things actually help and better my life. So it's an awesome thing. And I definitely want that to continue. Honestly, not too many people that actually talk about certain teas like to expose their true personality. They don't like to really expose their life. And I totally get that. I think that's about privacy, and it's very important because you could get stalkers, which I've definitely not unfamiliar with that. But at the same time, it's a true testament, sharing those vulnerable sides and the reality of your life. I'm not giving away exactly where I live. I'm not showing my kid's face constantly at all. It's rare, if anything. So in reality, I'm not exposing that much, but I'm exposing enough that welcomes you into my life and impacts you either in a good way or a bad way, whether how we vibe, and then can better your life if it's good vibing. I'm not afraid to share my ups and downs, because if anything, it's beautiful because you get to see how these things actually impact someone's life that might be dealing with diseases or colicky kids or spiritual awakenings and all these things that I've taken you with me on. If anything, that's more powerful than always having a scripted video where I read off a prompter and talking about certain things. I let you see it. I take you with me with my life and incorporate it so you see how it actually applies to someone. And doing that helps to avoid YouTube getting on my ass and trying to accuse me of something. I like how this direction is going, and we're gonna keep it this way. And I definitely have some lion's mane, some turkey tail, and some reishi mushroom extracts that really do benefits for some good energy, some mental clarity, and just overall wellness. Let's fold socks together while we chat. You know, the mundane part of life that a lot of people don't film or talk about sometimes is the most comforting to a viewer. It's like, wow, she's just like me. Her life has its ups and downs. She gets irritable too. You know, shit doesn't always go her way either. And that's why I find it important to talk about those things, the raw, honest parts of our lives that isn't sexy or exciting, isn't fascinating or aesthetically gorgeous to look at. And I'm glad that people show, based on their feedback and their comments and the private messages I get, that it's noticed. They're like, yes, thank you for being real, which I'm all about being real. Today I have just been so irritable, but we all have our moments. We all get those days. That's why the natural kratom tea that I drink is so beneficial, because it really helps chill you out and kind of balance your hormones, if you will. Where is the fucking pear? And yeah, it's not for everybody, but it's definitely for me. As many of you know, I have fibromyalgia, I have degenerative disc disease, many other things, some kind of hyperextension type thing with my joints. Like, I'm super flexible and double jointed everywhere, so I overextend my joints, and I always have. Since I was born, I always pushed them as far as they were able to go, but there's a downside to that because your joints get so loose, overextending all the time, you end up with a body at my age that is like done with life. I pushed it too far and didn't realize that it's an actual disorder that you need to like stop doing that as much as you can by habit. Now they tell me I'm freaking approaching 40. Thanks a lot. So because of that, it kind of made everything else worse. The fibromyalgia, the disc, the cervical neuropathy that I have, it's just endless and ridiculous. But such is life. But these natural things that I enjoy, botanicals, really help with that, because I'd be on medication, the prescriptions that the doctors have always prescribed or tried to prescribe me since the beginning. Percocets, gabapentin, Lyrica, Cymbalta, all this shit that has so many negative side effects. Yeah, it's insane. There's lawsuits on all kinds of medication, and so I stick to natural things, and they do have their downsides as well, because anything can become an addiction, anything can be abused. It's like when you realize how good white sugar is, donuts and cookies, you get addicted to it because it makes you feel good. You get that dopamine high, you love it, it's delicious, so then you keep eating more of it. Well, that one thing is not really the problem. It's your mindset that's the problem. We don't see people trying to ban donuts or white sugar for the addiction that it causes, and the deaths and obesity and diseases and the deaths that white sugar cause. We don't see people trying to ban it. I wonder why. Don't get me started. Just, it's not my day. Water is so important, but yet I always forget to drink it. Thank you for joining me for today's clean and vent. I might make this a tradition where we just clean together and vent. I liked it, felt good, therapeutic, got stuff off my chest, and back to life as a busy mom and businesswoman slash woman slash wife. All the responsibilities that come with all those roles. Thank you for coming with me on my journey this morning. Until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye for now.